I don't have time for it. And that it's like I told Carlisha the one day I was about to go DJ, and I guess my shirt was like, people don't be. I still iron. A lot of people don't, but I just hadn't ironed my t-shirt that day, and she's like, "Oh, you more wrinkled than usual." I'm like, "All right." And then
Ah,
she said something, and I'm like, it ain't nobody I'm going out there trying to impress anyway. So I'm going to do my job and get a check. That's it. Pay me my money at the end of the night, and we good. So.
oh, that's funny.
All right, yo, 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 yo. This is DJ Brainstorm on the mic with you right now, coming to you live and direct with the new episode of the DMST Conversations podcast. Here again this week with Eulise. What's going on, Eulise? How you feeling?
Oh my God, tired.
Other than
I
tired.
ain't gonna lie. Y'all gonna get a sleepy you leave this session because I'm tired. I worked 11 days straight and I got 2 more to go. But no, I'm blessed, healthy, and wealthy per usual. I'm feeling good though. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling productive. Feeling very productive.
Did you set it up this way to have like all these days in a row, or it just worked out that way?
It just happened that way. Like sometimes I get into like these spaces where I feel like work is a easy distraction. I wouldn't say healthy, but then I get into that where I'm just like, just keep going to work or whatever, and I put a lot of personal on the back burner because
Hmm.
work is a distraction. But nah, we coming into summer and I got things going on. I got vacation and want to come and have, a couple extra dollars.
Yeah, no, I, as much as everything costs right now, I ain't never mad at anybody that's out there getting a few extra dollars right now.
I
I
wasn't
want
gonna
to tell
say
her
that, but that also plays a factor as well.
we in the era of damn near $5 gas here right now. So, um, yeah, I mean, I even what was it last Sunday? So a week ago today. Um, I went to go get gas in the car and I went aside because I had a 50 on me. So I took my 50 out like here, like I'm get 50 on four. And I got done pumping my gas and my gas tank was sitting there like a fat nigga at a buffet, rubbing his stomach. Like, what's next? Like, what else you got? I swear to God, it did not fill it up. I
Listen,
was like, I said, I quit.
it used to take $40 to $45 to
Me
fill up
too.
my truck. My truck. When I put 50 on that thing and seeing that I still had space before full, I was so
Mm,
mad. My truck
mm,
took like 60 the other day.
yeah, yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I feel as though this ride with me on this. I feel as though where the economy is right now, playing games with people should be like null and void. Like life is too expensive right now to be playing games with people. Like
Hmm.
either be on the up and up with people or leave them alone. Like 'cause
Because
life is
everybody's
too
stressed
expensive.
about everything. Yeah. Like
Mm-mm.
everybody's super stressed about stuff and how we just gonna survive and make it from point A to B. Even us going to the grocery store today, I'm just looking like, all right, we gotta. I mean, we've been smartly shopping anyway, but I'm looking at bills more so. Like our everybody's energy bills is up right now. And I'm looking like, yo, we gotta be smarter about some things. Even before it gets tighter than what it may be. Like if you kind of getting ahead of the curve right now, maybe you'll be in a better place because this is gonna get worse. I mean, gas
I hope
prices right
not.
now, gas prices right now are is. I was telling Corlisa
I'm this
yesterday.
close to selling crack. I don't know if it's drugs or the other
Look,
part, but
you see, this is this is what happens when you get 2 weeks off. Um, but I mean, I was just telling her yesterday. I'm like, we just gotta. Yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say now. But everybody got to tighten it up, though. It's gas prices ain't going. I don't see it coming back down. Like I don't think we're gonna see gas under three again. Think about how many years it took us to get back to a point where we started seeing $2 gas again in places, two something. Because for the longest it was three something and three something and three something and low fours, and now we up here at basically $5 a gallon. Like it's gonna be what? How many years before we see it at lower threes again, maybe. That's going to be our life now. Corporations are not going to give up the money they're making right now. All of our stuff that's costing more money is going to stay that way. It, just get used to it. That's life now. And so it's people got to be smarter about what they're doing. Um, like you said, playing with people, people ain't got time for that. It makes some of these things that people try to do, people's events or your comedy stuff and things like that. It makes you have to be smart about it because it's basically people's time and money. And it also puts you on a thing of having to be on the ball when you actually do your stuff, do your comedy, do your events, because now you're looking at people that's like, yo, when people are paying money to come out and see you now, that should actually really, really mean something right now because
Oh, yeah.
it's because you making choices for real.
You are putting me in your budget, and that does not
Yeah.
go unnoticed. Like I had told my friend, my best friend, she was like, she was- she come to a lot of my shows, and I asked her like, "Was I funny on Friday?" Because she, heard this stuff or whatever. So I try to make sure I tweak it a little bit. So you funny all the time. I said, "Well, I thank you so much for supporting me and everything like that." And I don't, take that for granted. She said, "Yeah, I'm always gonna pull up or whatever. We just tired of seeing you on stage. We're ready to see you on TV and some bigger events or whatever." I said, "You know what? You're right."
Hmm.
And being honest, you used to be able to like be cool doing a few, lower budget type events or whatever. But now, if it ain't if it ain't a certain amount, I'm sorry, I ain't got that in me. I
Hmm.
can't do you that favor.
Yeah, it's no different than what we're saying. It costs you money to even get there to do the show, so it does have to
My
be worthwhile.
outfit costs more than what you paying me.
Yeah, see, that's you can't do that. It's like that's no different than me DJing. I mean,
Absolutely.
there's like
It's a
a
form of entertainment.
yeah, there's like a minimal amount that I'll look at that like, all right, I'm not even going to move my speakers for less than this amount because unless it's something special or something or I know you because outside of that it's costing me more to go and do this in a sense, or I'm putting more on the line trying to come do this than I am for getting paid at a certain point, and people need to understand that when they're actually booking people to do stuff, which I think people do understand now, um, especially from my side of things when it comes to DJing, because it's people nowadays know, oh, I can just go buy a Bluetooth speaker and then just put my
Tread
playlist
water.
on. Yeah. If you're doing something at the crib or something really, really small, not like a bigger place, Um, but I get it. People got the right to do what they want to do or need to do to survive.
And then I told like, start the events on time because ooh we yeah. Starting on time is a real big thing for me because if I'm getting paid a certain amount, that amount changes the longer I'm there. So I'm not really making that big lump sum in 10, 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Um, and you gotta respect people's time nowadays too.
Hmm.
Gotta respect people's time. Because again, time is money.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So what's kind of going on? I've been on the verge of really getting off of social media more. Um, I'm only on. I keep Facebook because I've been on Facebook basically since it started. It feels like when it was still just a college thing
Me too.
to do. Um, I keep Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, because I've been on that for so many years. And I keep my IG, so that's all I'm on. And it's a part of me that wants to get on TikTok just for
I knew you
DJ
about to say
purposes.
that.
I mean, but honestly, just for DJ purposes. I
Mhm,
I, I don't want to go down the rabbit hole of a whole other um social media platform. But
mhm.
like Twitter's the one I really want to get rid of. I find myself scrolling until I see something stupid, and then I got like a two stupid posts minimum, and then once it's there or maximum whatever, then once it's there, I'm like, all right, this is why I don't be on it, and I get off. I put the phone down. Um, and so I'm finding myself doing that. Like, everybody's, obviously the Roots picnic was this weekend. If anybody's been on like Twitter and stuff, you've been seeing, everybody's pictures and videos they've been putting up from the event because Jay-Z was like the headliner of it. Looks like for me being a big Jay-Z fan, yes, I wish I could have went. I got trips planned this year. I can't afford to go broke trying to see Jay everywhere, especially when he don't perform that much anymore and everything is through the roof. But you know, the talk is right now because he had his hair. Have you seen any of the videos? But the hair
You
is
talking about
like,
his locks?
yeah.
And see, you know what? I thought that was a wig at first. I don't know why, but I thought it was. So
So
he
I'm not
covered
a
his
hair
locks.
person.
Yeah.
Um, so people trying to say, oh, it ain't real or something like that, and it's like I'm not a hair person. I mean, I don't. I know lots are something completely different, but in my head, it's like if you take it down or something, or like, do you have to cut them off if you get rid of them, or can you take it down and like
Yeah,
wash
you
it
can
and
comb out
comb it
locks.
out? You
You
can
can
what?
comb out locks, but depending on how you kept like your maintenance, they might be thinner or they might be broken. Cause you see how like sometimes people's locks like split or break or like, kind of thin out in certain spaces or whatever. So you can comb out locks.
So if that's the case, why are people making this big deal about his hair and trying to act like it? So that goes back to my original part then, where it's like people just be saying stuff to say stuff then, because why is this a debate online about him and this man's hair? If he's in the spotlight mostly, so you see him at different stages of hair. Um, I almost feel like he started growing it out when he did the 444 album, because or whenever it was he started growing it out. So I remember they always say when he started growing it out, people start to think he's doing an album. I guess that's part of his process. He'll let his hair grow out when he does an album. Um, but you've seen it. You've seen the small when it was starting to get longer and all that. It's like you've seen it over these past however many years. Why people surprised that if you comb it out, it looked that way? It's just people gotta have something to talk about, and this is what really really annoys me about the social media thing, because
Yeah, 'cause
or
everybody
makes me
got
want to
something to
get off
say.
of it. Yeah, that's what makes me want to get off of it, because everything that used to be enjoyable about it, it's like people are just taking away, and that should be pissing me
Well,
off.
accessibility. Certain
Hmm.
things wasn't accessible. I think we talked about like that last part or whatever. Like, for example, we talked. You said it. You mentioned it earlier. Facebook when they only allowed college kids to be on there.
Yeah,
Everybody couldn't be on there. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I told myself the other day, I said I'm gonna definitely stop with like engaging in certain conversations or comment on certain posts, especially when it comes down to this whole gender thing. Um,
it's the most
because
talked about thing
it
ever in our community.
it be people you be going back and forth with that wouldn't even be in the same classroom when you was in elementary school, and they hope and pray that the fact that they used to pee in the bed don't get out as an adult. So
It's annoying.
like worthless
Hmm.
interaction, worthless engagement. Like, and
Yeah,
then I was about to say the people that actually would talk to in person or in real life wouldn't even be engaged in that type of stuff.
no, no. I don't know. It's overdone. I think it's a bunch of losers talking. Let's just put it like that. Number one, first and foremost, the people who are talking the loudest are just a bunch of losers. And you can see it from both ways. And this is in all honesty. This is how you can really put it into perspective. One, remember that a lot of people ain't even real. They could be
Yeah,
bots or whoever. It's just there's people
or
that's
using
not
fake
real. Number one,
accounts, all that stuff. Yes,
yeah, or people who just really are getting their rocks off on saying something controversial
Reddish
that they
bait.
know people going, yeah, yeah. So that's one of the biggest things to remember when it comes to looking at these posts. But I just feel like it's one of those things where it's really, really dividing our race, and it's like for no reason at all. It's just do what you do. People are way, way too concerned about what people are doing in their own bedrooms, and it's the whole Megan and Clay thing a few weeks back was a perfect example of it. How people are just way, way too involved, and not you knocking stuff over. Um,
Sorry, I forgot to
yeah.
put it on Do Not Disturb.
Uh,
So
but yeah, people be way too involved with what's going on with others, and they just it's they allow it to affect their everyday life. And then you also got to understand too, people be too concerned about stuff because they unhappy and they trying to find the unhappiness in other people. And social
they do
media
love
is like a
company.
cesspool of unhappiness. And so
Mhm.
you can let it get to you and it's gonna find you. And most of the time when you unhappy, you go online looking for it because that's your happy place. Finding other people who are unhappy instead of putting the energy into getting out of being unhappy yourself, you just go find other unhappy motherfuckers and go hope that you can pull more unhappy people in with you. It's just yeah. The whole gender stuff online is it's just because nobody talks about this in a regular daily life all day long. It's only online that you see all the gender conversation anyway. When you think about it, we don't get
Yeah.
on the phone and be talking about, oh man, men and women this all day long. We don't do that. It's only online and it's every other post. And it seems like it's only us. I just it can't be why I don't know if these white people out here doing it, but it seems like it's only us all day long. And then, like I said, you see it from both sides. You can see a post from a woman or about a woman, and you just see a line of loser men. Again, many of them could be bots. This is why I don't want to date women. And it's like you sound like a dumb ass. Talking about this is why you don't deal with women. Because you sound like I was about to say something. You sound like a dumbass. All this men focus on yourselves leading. Brother, please. You, have you ever had the pleasure of a woman? Brother, please. Keep that
Listen,
shit to yourself.
and it be those types. You don't qualify. You don't
Yeah.
qualify. Like,
But then on the other side, it'll be the same thing, though. It'll be women talking about men and all these men are this and all this. And it's like, ma'am, you made these decisions. Ain't nobody put a gun in your head and made you do these things. And they just pull you in and they pull you under.
yeah. And that's why I said I'm not engaging in work. Like, even one of the last things that I had commented on was a lady pushing her car out of the intersection by herself. And
I
it's
saw that.
like,
And it
I
was a lady that
hate,
recorded it.
huh?
I saw that, and it was a lady that recorded the
I
video of
believe
the
so.
lady, and she was sitting there being mad, like all these cars passing us. Some guy could have got out the car and helped her, and it's like, well, ma'am, you could have put your phone down and just been a good Samaritan. While you sitting here making a video being mad that some random people or men that you don't even know are around didn't stop and help this lady, you could have just been a good Samaritan and did it.
Because I did it before. And it actually was a guy who was stuck in an intersection where I helped him push his car out of the intersection. And I think the problem with most people nowadays is that they see these strangers as people that hurt them versus the individuals that they are. Like, that's somebody's son, that's somebody's nephew, that's somebody's
Hmm.
dad. That's not the last dude that did me wrong. That's a
Hmm.
whole another, and I think that is a perspective that hurts the most for Black women, because it's almost like everybody celebrates the struggles of Black women when they experience it and wanna validate
Hmm.
her because, you know, she's pushing her car out the intersection, but she got on shorts, so she gotta be a thought or so, like, just projecting and making up this entire narrative while she's a straight A student that's in mid school. You know what I'm saying? Just different stuff. They have to attack what they don't know to that way they don't feel bad for not treating her as such. But
Yeah,
it's so crazy because ain't that what white people did to us?
yeah. People do it as a
Villainize us
whole.
so that way you don't feel bad for treating us accordingly.
Yeah, but people do it as a whole. Think about what was it, about a month ago now, when whichever one of the tens, I think it's Tia, of the twins Tia and Tamira. Remember the picture came out of her and her new boyfriend, and he's
Hmm,
actually from Cleveland.
did
You
not
missed
see
that
it.
cycle. Oh, but you probably had, it might have been with all the stuff that was going on. So but that was a huge story where because a picture came, and I think it's Tia. I can't remember which. I guess I got a phone right here. I can't actually Google. Um, so let me take a quick peek at it.
I think Monica's boyfriend is from Cleveland too though. Cause
Yeah,
they
so it's
had
Tia. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think Monica's boyfriend is from Cleveland too though.
Oh, that one I don't know, but I know Tia's is because she had put a post up on social media one day. This was a little bit over a month ago, and she had I remember she had a Browns jersey on, like a Browns T-shirt or something. I'm like, that's odd. Like, why she got this brown stuff? I remember thinking that, like, oh, this must be AI because she don't have no connection to Cleveland. Why would she have that on? Or maybe she just thought it was a good color or something. I don't know who thinks brown and orange is like you just like, you know what, I'm gonna rock that brown and orange today, other than the Browns fans. But
Yeah.
um but she had it on. I'm like, oh, and then it was these pictures that came out. Paparazzi was snapping her walking with this dude with dreads and stuff, walking across the street, and people started going in on her. Like that's when it came out that that's who she was dating, and people was going in on the dude, and oh, he's a thug, and he's this what because he had dreads and stuff. It turns out dude's from Cleveland, and he's a teacher that lives in California. I think he's a teacher, and but again, they was just going in on dude, just automatically assuming. And again, this is how people react online. You don't even know these people, but you're projecting whatever your past is onto
Yeah.
her and her relationship. And I'm saying, what some guy with dreads fucked you over one time, and all of a sudden everybody with dreads is a thug now. And like it's insanity the way they went in on dude. And then it was like, oh, and then when people started digging, it's like, oh, that's the dude. People obviously people from here like, oh no, that's homie. He's so and so, and it started clicking. Oh, that's why she had the brown shirt on and all that stuff. But I mean, they was tearing dude apart, and looks like dude is actually just a common dude that was just y'all judging him because he got dreads, and
Mhm.
y'all don't know him,
Mhm. And it's
just
so sad
projecting onto
because
him.
they do that without a second thought. It's almost like factory settings
Yeah,
for you to make up some type of narrative. Like, just heal. Just go heal and touch some grass. Go heal and touch some grass because to look at a complete stranger just for 2 seconds of a picture or post or video, whatever, and have this entire backstory of a
uh
person
huh.
you have no idea about is
Hmm.
insane.
I mean, I guess to a certain extent, we all kind of do it. Like we all judge people somewhat, but to take it and run with it and create it, and you put it online,
With
and y'all, I
such
mean, people built
strong
a whole
belief.
case on them. Yeah, yeah, they had
That's
a
the
full
I
case
part,
on
with
them.
such strong belief.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Now, based on my background, like I think Dev had mentioned this before. I'm not gonna be walking down the street and see a bunch of YNs in front of me, and we all know what they look like, and be like, huh, you know what I might do? I might pull my chain out and roll my sleeves up so you can see the nice watch and all that stuff. Then I'm gonna go walk past them and go eye them down. No, I'm gonna be smart. I ain't dumb. My dumb ass might go ahead like, you know what? I don't need this YN problem today. I'm gonna go ahead and cross the street and go on past these niggas. You know what I'm saying? But but I'm not going. I think that's different from my background of where I grew up at, as opposed to seeing just a random picture of somebody with a celebrity and being like, oh, he's obviously this person. Like, how do you even know? And what about her screams that?
Yeah.
What about her screams? Oh yeah, she gonna have a some thug dude from wherever, and that's who she gonna be. Like, and even if she did,
Yeah, because look at her
that's
past history.
her
She's had
life.
so many thugs. No.
Yeah, yeah. And even if she did, guess what? That's her life.
And it's almost like if it don't work, oh, we kinda seen that from the beginning. She gotta pick better, pick better. Like, I just it's tiring. It's really tiring. The
Hmm.
the amount of people that expose the lack of intelligence on a daily basis. It's tiring.
That's the one thing that social media does give you. The fact that people show you how not smart they are. I had that thought in my head a couple months back where I was just looking at people posting a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, I know people say it all the time. You know, you just kind of referenced it a little bit earlier in in the show about the people who wouldn't even be in the same classroom with you. But you have to understand and really realize that they used to separate us for a reason back in the day. There's a reason why, some people went to the main school, some people went to the little school behind the main school. There's a
The little
reason why
trailer in the back.
yeah. Like there's separation in everywhere but the actual world. Even in jail, you got violent offenders that
Yeah.
be in
Oh,
places.
yeah.
You got general population in jail. You got the people that can't be with the regular with them. You got the other people. The only people that everybody's just all thrown in is the actual world. You know what I'm saying? And everybody gets a phone, and everybody can have IG, and everybody can have Twitter or whatever else, and everybody can say all this dumb ass shit that y'all just say it and think it's law because you said it, and then
Freedom of
people be
speech
looking
should
like
actually be, earned.
Charlemagne says it all the time. We got too many freedoms in this country, and I know people hate to look at it that way, but I mean, there's some things that really could. I mean, like we don't need to. We could turn off Instagram and social media for one day every single week. Just turn it off, and everybody got to actually go outside and do something. turn it off. Turn off. You can't play your game on Sunday. Everybody got to get outside and go live and experience stuff. Get out your basement. You gotta people got to live, like you just said a little while ago. Touch grass. People get out, live life,
Mhm.
experience something. Go see the water. Go down to the lake and just watch the waves on the water or something. The sun about to go down. Hey, go catch a sunset. I mean, go do something that involves not being on your phone talking shit to people that you will never ever meet, ever be in the same room with them, never ever be in the same city as them. Damn near. Like, get over it. Get over yourselves.
It's just so many miserable people, and like you said earlier, whatever, like, you just try to find other people that's miserable like you.
Hmm.
Um, and
Misery loves
I don't
company.
know if it's, like, because we getting older, it's starting to be, like, I guess, more evident, like, you see it more, like, or you notice it more, but I don't recall it being so many people that just will go out of their way for attention, and that's really what it is. Because if you was positive, okay, cool. But when you're negative, when you go for the shock value or the trigger, cancel culture, stuff like that, or whatever, just for attention, and that's really what it is. Like whether it's good or bad, as long as it's some type of attention,
Yeah,
people
people need
thrive
validation.
and be addicted to it.
Yeah, it's validation. People need and that's all social media gives you. And it's so simple. It's just from a like. It's that release. What is it? What is it? It's not I was
Endorphin
about to say yeah, it's the endorphin release that you have to get and people are steady
addicted.
they steady searching for it. Yeah. It's an addiction. I've even noticed what some websites do that becomes small. It's such a small thing that I don't even think people think about it. But I realized that they had me once, and it might be because I got a Reddit page for my DJ stuff. But anyway, but I realized like one day it was like, oh, you contributed to Reddit. They had like a little timer, so every day that I would be on there, and if I like hit a like on something or something like that, it would just do the alert. Oh, this is 4 days in a row. This is 5 days in a row. This is 15 in a row. And then you start get to a point that you be like, oh, subconsciously you'd be like, oh,
I
I
got a
got to keep
streak
this
going.
streak going.
Mhm.
Yep. Uh-huh. And it got me. And I was up to like 100 days. And I started thinking like, the fuck am I signing into here for? Like I'm not even really even looking at anything. I got on this just with the intention of seeing something that I can hit a like on so I can see
Mhm.
that thing hit another day. And that's as simple as it is with social media. If that's the as that it's the likes or whatever, that small little thing, and they got you and they figured it out. And once they figured it out, they leaned into it. And that's why ultimately it's been so dangerous putting the younger people on it and let them get
Mhm.
a hold of it too soon because, you know, if you think about it, we try to guard like younger people away from keep them away from so many things. It's not healthy for you. It's not good for you. It's not good for you. It's not good for you. But then you will hand them a phone like, hey, here's your Facebook. Hey, here's your
Yeah.
Instagram and all the
Yeah.
stuff or whatever. And
You want them to
and
eat
that
their
and that's their
veggies and
very first
fruits.
addiction.
Yeah.
You gave them their very first addiction. You put it into their hands.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy. Like I said, that little counter, when it finally clicked in my head, like these niggas got me. I'm signing in and coming in just to find something to like or whatever, just so I can see that thing switch over from 89 to 90 or from 95 to 96. And it was as simple as a counter. They ain't have to do it, didn't cost them nothing. Reddit is
Mm-mm.
free. I ain't have to pay nothing. But I'm in there and I'm giving you the traffic and I'm seeing other stuff, and that's all y'all need. Because even though I'm basic with it, there are plenty of other people that give you the traffic. Now people can sponsor or advertise with you more because they know they're gonna get the traffic, and the people come from Reddit and they go there and they go buy something else, and it's a nasty cycle that people get caught in.
And it's so crazy because I think part of the whole thing with YouTube is watch time. So people who have a lot of watch time end up getting monetized because it's like, oh, everybody's watching what you post. Let me put a
Yeah,
commercial or ad in there. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
And
That's it.
yeah,
That is it. And then they get smarter with that too. That's why their job is to get you there and then keep you there. I think about how fast it goes from the end of a video on Netflix right into a next one. and I'm sorry, not on YouTube, but now Netflix is the same way. Now Netflix used to
Yes.
be like, oh, you'll get halfway through the credits, and then it'd be like, oh, do you want to watch the next one? I mean, soon as an episode ends, it'd be like, next episode starting in five, four, three. They just don't even give you time anymore. It's just once you are there, do
So
not
that
let
way
them
you can
go.
binge on accident.
Yeah, yeah, they need to keep you there. And so yeah, and like I said, it's just it's all becoming such a less enjoyable experience, which is why with it getting warm now and with it becoming summer, people got to put the shit down. You know, I was even watching again. I'm watching the videos from the Roots picnic and stuff, and yeah, I get to see a lot of the show, these highlights of the show from people. Because everybody in the crowd is holding their phone up in the air, taking videos. Nobody's actually just being in the moment, enjoying it. Everybody has their phones in the air, but you know, we got to take advantage. And you know, summertime is here. I know you was mentioning just you know, but you know, Memorial Day is the beginning of the unofficial beginning of summer,
Mhm.
and I know you was mentioning pre-show that it was here. What you looking forward to here in the summer?
Man, I'm honestly looking forward to, like, some of the, vacation time that I took and actually doing something with it this year, um, because, like, I've been working all these days straight, I kinda wanna have some time to enjoy as well, whatever, but I gotta be able to afford it at the same time. So I got a
Hmm.
couple little, down and back trips, planned to, like, Columbus. I might try to squeeze in Vegas if the flights are decent, cause I heard, like, back in I guess before this term, doing a round trip to Atlanta was, like, less than 150, and now it's 3,
Before Spirit
$400,
closed, you could hop on Spirit up here and be down there for like I think like 70 some dollars a
and
round
Spirit
trip.
is gone.
Yeah, Spirit is gone. Yeah,
Mhm, and
even
so,
I know I never flew it, but still, it was convenient. Like people, I know people talked about Spirit closing down, but people needed the affordable option to
yes,
be able to fly a lot of times. But go ahead.
absolutely, because, it was like the Greyhound of the air,
My fault. My
and
fault. I
you was
forgot
talking
this. You
about
know,
me
it's just
knocking over stuff.
no. I had to get up and walk away just over there for a quick second. But this ain't like the four of us where I can just get up and like, oh, everybody just keep doing a bunch of
Keep
stuff or
talking.
whatever. But yeah, yeah. But yeah, but you're right. It's just my big thing this summer is that I just want to get outside. You know, we
Mhm.
do a lot of this stuff like we'll do the wait over Wednesdays. You know, we usually get to a couple of those each year. Um, when it be like the food truck festivals, we'll try to get to some of those. I know they do one. We usually do the Taste of Tremont. What we did last year. So like we like to get to the festivals, the stuff that's already going on outside. It's an easy way to be out there.
And I
You
think
go to
I've
a
already
park.
got tickets to, like, the Tequila Festival in July.
Yeah, Tequila Fest is coming up. I think I want to say I think we're gonna be gone or something whenever it's come, whatever date it is. But yeah, that's coming up, which I wouldn't mind going to. There's a reggae fest coming up in June too, I think.
Yeah.
So it's just taking advantage. Yeah, and sometimes it's not even bad to just get in a car and go downtown and just go walk through the flats a little bit. Just
I wanna
it,
go down there and ride the scooters.
yeah, but yeah, go out there and I mean and walk around a little bit downtown and drop into a place here or there. I mean, some of the same things we do when we out of town because there are times that we've been out of town and we just go to an area. We might bar hop a little bit, stop and grab a drink somewhere, people watch, and then walk around a little bit, see a little bit more. They're like, oh, let's go in here and have a drink. And you stop and have another one. You just kind of kill time walking around. We could do the same thing in our downtown or in the flats, which you just go down and you chill along the water somewhere. Maybe even sit in one of the restaurants and grab some food. But we gotta take advantage of stuff. Nobody ever goes along East Ninth Street down with where the pier is and just chill down there by the water. Then you got the Mexican restaurant right there, Nuevo. Like how many times people just go down there and just like, you know what, we just want to go chill and be outside,
And you
have
know what's so
dinner.
crazy? Back when, Pokemon Go was a thing,
Uh,
the guy that I was in a relationship with at the time, we would have Pokemon Go dates, and we would go to, like, certain places in Cleveland because we heard that's where, like, certain, Pokemon was, whatever, and you would see big old crowds of adults and kids running around with their phones. It's like, "It's a
Just
Snorlax over
yeah,
here."
yeah. That was the thing. You had to collect stuff with your phone or something, right?
Mhm.
Okay, I remember that.
And then you be driving trying to play the game. Oh, it was so horrible.
Yeah, but people got to take advantage. I know the older we get, summer kind of, in a sense, mean a little bit less. 'Cause what did you say? We were talking about how summer
Oh,
used to be
yeah,
three
appreciate.
months.
I said back in the day, you had 3 months of summer. As an adult, you got 6 checks for the summer because it goes so
Your
fast.
whole
It goes so
mindset
fast,
changed.
especially
Yeah.
if you work every other weekend like me.
hmm It go fast. I mean, and because we are adults, we lose track. Our focus, and I mean, rightly so in a sense, it could go towards the bills and what we got to get done and what we got to pay.
Because
Whatever the next
what
biggest thing
exciting
is.
things you do last summer, like, as an adult? What name 3 things that was exciting that you did last summer as an adult?
Damn. Um. Well,
And you wasn't and you know what? Imma take this away from you too, and you wasn't obligated because of a certain occasion. So, don't try to claim your anniversary and celebrating that. I'm talking about, like, you just did it just because you wanted to do it.
I'm hoping I ain't missing nothing. Cause I mean, cause our trips we did pre-summer. Um, Damn, you put me on the spot. I'm gonna miss something and then she gonna be on my ass. Like, you better believe me, we did it. Not. But I mean, the most exciting things we did last summer was probably just the festivals and stuff we had because we didn't really travel in the summer. Um, Not in the summer. We may have went to Cincinnati once for something, but we didn't do anything like, oh, we like, we didn't, like, oh, we went to Cedar Point or we did this or we went and saw this. Like, I
Look at
other
you.
than the festivals, yeah, other than the
Look at you being
festivals
the
we hit.
old grumpy man.
I ain't grumpy. Well, I'm grumpy, but but
He said, "I take
I mean,
everything else, you ain't gonna put grumpy on me."
yeah, I mean, but I am grumpy. Um, yeah, but I mean, if you think about it, but that's sad though. I mean, it's just the stuff we was doing around the city. Like I said, Taste of Tremont, or there was a food truck festival down in Tremont where we went to once. Um, I mean, we did like we maybe we did a comedy show at the Improv or something in the summer, and I think we went to like the Barrel Street Bourbon Room, like we did like a whole little date night. But outside of that, and then wait over Wednesdays and stuff, we didn't go crazy last summer. I
Mm,
didn't even
mm.
barbecue a lot last summer. But I was saying too that I felt like last summer was really rainy. But like I barbecued like one time last summer. I was tripping. What about you? Did you do anything last summer? Obviously not. See,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't think of one thing that I did that did have to do with, like,
work.
a birthday or, like, a just because I wanted to type. Nope.
And that's what we got to get better at. Again, it doesn't have to always be big. We ain't got to be
No, it don't have
in
to
a
be
whole
super
other state every
extravagant.
single time. That's
Yeah.
why I tell people all the time. Take. I was just asking Alicia today, like of our chairs, our folding chairs. You know, the little ones that you unfold when you outdoors or whatever with the little
Yeah.
cup holders and stuff. I'm like, was
Mhm.
one of them broke? Because we gotta, I think, wait over Wednesday, starting the next couple of weeks. And it's that's what we do. We get out the house, go get some food at a food truck, and sit down, listen to some music, be outside, enjoying the
Imma
weather.
get a folding chair with a shade. Imma get, like, one of them where they got, like,
Oh,
little
got the
arms
little hood
there.
over it. Hey, then go ahead. Um, it costs a little bit more, but hell, it's worth it. It's worth it, especially if you're gonna be outside. People gotta, and plus we don't pay attention enough to the things that are going on around us.
Mm,
There's like nobody ever goes to like if like the Kane Park, like Big Boy did a concert up there last summer at Kane Park, and I think somebody else that was cool did a concert up there. We never even pay attention to the lineup of people at Kane Park up there in
mhm.
Cleveland Heights, and most of the time it's either free or doesn't even cost a lot, and all you got to
Yeah, I'm
do is
definitely
show up
gonna
with a
get
chair.
outside a little bit more. Even though I am allergic to bees and I'm terrified of bugs. Ugh,
Well, I got allergies, period. So it is what it is. I always say I don't even know if I'm allergic to bees because I've never been stung,
really?
never, and so that it terrifies me because I don't know what well, I hope I never get stung. But but yeah, I don't know. I've never been stung by a bee before. And go ahead and do my knock now on this wood.
45
All right.
years. Never been stung
Yeah,
by a bee.
45. Nah. And and that's crazy for people who grew up in the era of being outside in the summer. Hours and hours and days outside. I've never been stung before. Nope. All right, so
Lucky.
I gotta I know we said we tired of gender. This ain't even it's not a gender war type of conversation, but this is a question I
Oh,
had.
I don't care about that. It is what it is. We grown.
But
We'll
I
we'll
am
take
a
the meat and
little
leave the bones.
okay. Yeah. All right. So I'm watching if there's an Insecure podcast out that Issa Rae is doing with her former showrunner Prentice Penny on the show. And
Okay.
they're doing is they're going back and looking at episodes, and then they're giving you the behind the scenes stuff and how it's how which is cool. I like when shows that I liked do this, especially older shows, because there's the reliving single podcast where Mats and Kim Coles
Yep.
um they both do it. Why I called her Mats and then called Kim Coles her regular name, but anyway, so they do the reliving single podcast where they'll watch an episode and then they'll talk through it and things like that. So it's really interesting. And Insecure was one of those shows that everybody knows in the black community it really did hit. People talked about that show for all 5 seasons. It was podcast topics, it was real life topics. You can hang with your friends and discuss stuff. It was a really, really good show. So I'm really enjoying it. So they were talking about either in episode 2 or episode 3, they were talking about the fact remember in the early shows, the early season of well the beginning of the show basically, Issa her and Lawrence are into it. She goes out with Molly and then she runs into the guy. What was the dude's name? Well, it begins with a D. I know it ain't Daryl. Man, the dude that was the producer that she used to really that she used to mess with back in the day, that she always liked. It's about to, now I gotta pull up the phone because it's gonna irritate
Was
me.
it the dark skinned dude that played
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the Purge?
Probably. I can't. Oh shit! What was the dude's name? Lawrence was Stallone turned Daniel. Okay, yeah, the ex guy Daniel. That was the producer. And anyway, point is this: as they were talking about it, her and Prentice Penny, they were saying that they think that everybody has that what if person. That person. To me, a what if person is the person that you legit think got away, right? The well, if we had did this, if I would have did this, we would be here. And so I wanted to ask you, do you think that every adult has a what if person?
Absolutely. I think every
Hmm.
person has a what if people list. um, because everybody goes into relationships or dating with idea of what they kind of want out of it, and whether
Hmm.
they get it or they don't. You always thinking about like, what if it did go, the right way. Um, and I think that's just out of pure curiosity as a human. I don't think that a lot of times when you have that what if person, it's solely about the intimacy or the relationship or closeness that y'all had. I don't feel like you get stuck on an individual and you just settle for somebody else. Um, because in all honesty, I think that if that's the case, you just never stop pursuing that individual, whether it's a waiting game or what have you. You know what I'm saying? If it's like that, but yeah, I think everybody has that, just out of curiosity.
So I wonder for me if it's like a semantics thing, because I look at it as if you're calling it a what if person, then you're looking at it as you're still longing to be with that person. Like
Mm,
in your mind, it's like, okay, well, if only this had happened, we would have been together. And I don't know if everybody has it to that extent, but every single adult that has been in relationships has a what if, in the sense of if only this had went a certain way,
mhm.
things could be completely different. And so I look at it almost like the Back to the Future movies when they would go back and it's like if you do one thing that throws something off, it changes the
Or the
whole
butterfly
dynamic.
effect, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It changes the whole dynamic of everything. So it's like if if I hadn't moved to South Carolina, then I probably then my whole thing is different. You know, my whole life is different right now. If I don't have 6.5 years of living down there, then I do a different thing with school and all those types of things. And so my whole timeline is off. And then maybe I don't come
Or if you
home
would
at
have
a
stayed
certain
down
time.
there.
Or if I would have stayed down there, I never come home and do the podcast. Like we not
Mhm.
even talking. I'm not sitting in this house right now, if things happen differently. So if I had stayed at Alabama State when I was at Alabama State and life is different. So again, I only look at it as the what if is just what if something had happened differently. I don't really look at it as because I'm not longing for someone that was in my past. But I
Mhm.
know that if something would have happened differently, yeah, then again, I'm not sitting in this house, if that makes sense.
No, I
So I
get
guess
you. I
it's
get you. I
yeah.
get you. I get you. And that's I think those type of reflections come when you don't know how or you're trying to see how to move forward where you at right now. And it's not bad because you don't want to
Mhm.
repeat certain mistakes and everything like that, and you got a point of reference. But like you said, to long for that life that you don't have,
Yeah.
I think that's fear based. Because to long for a life that you don't have, is basically reminiscing on your familiar space. Even if it was a bad space for you or whatever, you're familiar with it. You know how to
Okay.
handle it, you know the foot with it. So you don't really put the faith in your future. You just want to stay where you feel comfortable at.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
not that's not that that's not healthy. Doesn't have no growth there.
And that's probably where it is too. People are so afraid to grow sometimes or keep
Mhm.
expanding that, like you said, it's the space of being comfortable where it's like, okay, you know what's going to happen here. So
Mhm.
maybe now you're just looking for that safety blanket again that was in your past, if that's what you want to call it.
'Cause it's familiar and it's like, okay, well, I know what to expect with this. I know what to expect with that. This and that, whatever. But it's not always ideally the best thing for you all the time.
Hmm.
And what is it about the unfamiliar that kind of pushes you away from that? Because sometimes the most enjoyable parts of life happen right after you're terrified the most too. Like if you think
Yeah.
about it, like you probably was shitting bricks right before you proposed to Corlicia.
I mean, yeah, you get a little nervous.
Yeah, but
I was more nervous that hoping it'd go right, but yeah, but I know what you
see,
mean. Yeah,
so you have all of these moments of anxiety right before it's just like, oh shit, yes.
yeah.
And to always be on the up and up and always be on the known is a control thing. It's based in fear. Just like I thought about this like probably 2 days ago. Like my mom, she really like lived her life to the fullest. Like she was not scared of nothing. She didn't fear nothing. If it happened, it happened. However it happened, like she really like lived her life to the fullest. And I was like, I really am going to get into that space as well because so what? Like it was a couple things that just didn't happen in my favor, and I kind of like didn't always fully recover from it. But it's
Hmm.
like so it is what it is. If they feel so inclined, it was never your tribe in the first place.
Yeah. There's no growth without uncomfort. You don't grow from spaces of being comfortable. Like you have to push yourself into places where you're not used to, where you have to adjust and those types of things if you're going to grow. And so that makes total sense to me.
So um, because I definitely got a what if person, but it was because I guess I had just went through something and thought I was like trying to escape from going through it again with a guy. So basically, in high school, I got cheated on, and my high school sweetheart, end up going to the same college as me, and he wanted to get into a relationship, and I'm just thinking to myself, "Ain't no way you wanna be fully committed to me or whatever. You just got to college, like, go ahead, sow your royal oats, have fun, experience, all that stuff, whatever, and then if you still feel that way, we can revisit it, but go have your fun, cause I don't wanna
Mhm.
be, like, played with. I don't and it's like, what if he was being serious? Will we still be together today? Would I have kids already? Would I be married already? There's a whole bunch of things. I'm just like, hmm. But like even just certain gestures from men terrify me. Like when a dude gives me money or spend money on me or whatever, like it's unfamiliar and it freaks me out. But I also want it at the same time. Crazy dance. Crazy dance.
Yeah, that's part of one of those things where I think people, where you kind of people kind of tend to get in their own way, where it's like, all right, I want these things, but then like the things are there, and it's like then you too afraid to advance with them because past experience.
Hmm. And I think that's heavy with men. And I hate to be one of that, but you know what they say, "What a hurt a woman would kill a man." Men do not recover from certain exchanges when it comes down to dating, to where perfect example, that's the reason why I don't wanna date a guy that has kids, because 9 times out of 10 has absolutely nothing with me being like a stepmom or nothing like that, whatever. It's because I want kids, and 9 times out of 10 he does that. He's done. He probably had a horrible co-parenting situation with the baby
Uh,
moms. They just don't want kids no more.
I think depending on how old they are would determine if they'll have kids. To be honest, or more
Oh,
kids at
yeah,
that
for
point.
sure, for sure. I think age plays a factor into it.
Mhm. I used to know somebody when I lived in South Carolina who she was in the Navy, but she used to sit there and say all the time that she was never gonna have was she that was a long time ago now, we still Facebook friends, but I know she would say all the time that she didn't wanna have kids with someone who already had kids because she wanted to experience she
Mhm.
wanted them to go through the same thing at the same time.
First time, yeah, first
Yeah,
time.
yeah, she didn't want it to be like, "Oh, he's been through this 2 times before," or something like that. She wanted it to be like, "Okay, we're both for us, we're both going through this whole journey together," which I thought that was cool. I don't know how once you started getting older, I don't know how much more that's possible. I guess I'll have to look her up and see. I know we still Facebook friends on my main page because every now and then I'll see a post from her. But like I don't know if she's married or not. So it's like as you get older, does that go off? Because as you get older, you can have 50 things on your list when you're 25. By you 35, it may only be down to about 10 things that actually make sense to you at that point in your life. I wonder if does that still make sense to her, if that's still one of
Oh,
her
age
things.
will definitely change that list. Age will
Because
definitely change that list.
because at this point, how many people are you coming across in life that don't have a child?
And on top of that, I would love for my husband to be older than me. However, for what I'm looking for, he may not be. He may be younger than me because him being older than me doesn't outweigh me wanting a man without kids. And most men that have no kids are younger than me, you know what I'm saying, versus older than me.
Yeah,
So,
if that's important to you.
exactly, you got to prioritize which quality of a person you're looking for over some of the other stuff you might like, within the same individual. And it's just like, damn. And one thing I'd be salty about is like, I feel like I did everything, quote unquote, the way a woman should, and my life looks absolutely nothing compared to what I was told as a kid. You know what I mean?
Eh, Yeah, I mean, I think I know that feeling too, just from my side of things, from a male perspective, where I for me it was years ago when I kind of made the decision that I was like, all right, I'm not gonna have kids without being married, and then you get to a point you look around and you're 40. I mean, legit, you turn around and 40 is on your ass, and you be like, oh shit, well. And it is, and I'm comfortable with where my life is. I trust me, I don't look back and do any what ifs on that. Um, but I'm just saying that I know that feeling of being like, oh, I'm not going to do this until a certain age, and then because you don't think life is going to take you that way, especially
Mhm.
when you young and you just out here kicking it, and you're dating people, or if you single, you out here whatever. you just don't think life is gonna take you that way, and then before you know it, you're living in a whole nother state that you didn't think you wasn't on your list of things to do, but you actually living there, and you're living there for a stretch of time, and then before you know it, you're back home, and it's just life is different. Life is crazy that way. You can't plan everything out. For as much as we try to do it and say, I'm gonna take these steps and I'm gonna go and do this and I'm gonna do this first and then I'm gonna go do this. Life throw you curveballs every single day.
Like, for real. Even when you have good intentions, sometimes it just turn right into dust in your hands.
Yeah. And you get over it. You get over it. So all right, I only got one more thing because I know we're coming up on an hour. We can
Okay,
keep it relatively short. But so I saw this video and I don't even know what my comments really are, but I saw this video over the last week or so, where there's a landlord. I should have looked up what state it was. He was supposed to be in somebody's house repairing something, and he actually brought some company over, and they had cameras set up in their house. Turns out the landlord, while he was in their house, supposedly having to repair something or whatever he was supposed to do there, he had a young lady come through. He was over there clapping cheeks in somebody's apartment. Like, I don't even know if that's illegal. I should have looked that up too, because I know I haven't seen yet if it's illegal or not. Um, I think that's such a violation. What would you do if you had cameras set up in your house and you got a couch or something that your landlord was sitting there clapping cheeks? Because at this point, you got to buy. I think you got to buy a new couch. I,
first
I
of
I don't I
all,
don't.
no, I'm beating ass. I don't care. Like, we'll handle all the
Oh,
legal stuff
well, he already did
later,
that. Don't worry about it.
but I'm beating ass because, huh? I cannot. I will be too undone. I would have to fight to feel better about the situation.
I mean, I get it.
But that's why, in all honesty, every place that I've rent, I have it in my contract that they're not allowed to be there without me being there. I'd never allow any type of maintenance, any type of nothing, um, without me being there.
To me, I feel like they're supposed to ask. Anyway. All the apartments I've lived in, like if I put a maintenance request in, even when, especially my last place, I was, living out here in Mayfield for 6 years and, those apartment buildings. But um, whenever I would put a maintenance request in, like there was always a line or a box that say, can we enter if you're not there? And if it was nothing big, I mean, I would live by myself. So I'd be like, all right, yeah, it don't matter to me. Um, it didn't matter to me, but maybe it's because I'm a guy. Maybe it's because maybe I live differently as a man because I think women need to take extra levels of care and extra layers for security reasons. I wouldn't
And
want as
somebody
a
probably
woman.
smashed on your couch because you didn't care.
See, you know what? Stop it.
And
We're
you didn't
trying to
even have
have
no
a.
cameras.
I don't know what people did. I honestly don't know what people did, but
I
yeah,
I'm
I
sorry,
never,
people are too
I never
weird
would
for me to
care.
trust them without supervision.
No, I
I'm
feel it.
sorry.
I feel it.
It's
I
too
feel it. I mean,
weird.
and it wasn't until this. I'm not gonna say it was only because of this video that had me thinking about it, but yeah, people are weird. I mean, like you just never know what people doing if they going through your stuff while they probably looking at your
Exactly.
refrigerators and stuff or whatever. But it never
What if you
bothered
had a
me. I was
camera
just like,
set
yo,
up and you seen a lady sniffing your boxers while you wasn't there? How would you feel?
that's disgusting. Well, one, you can't work here no more. Because that's see, that's why I keep saying I don't even know if that's
What if it was
illegal.
a
It's
man
nasty.
smelling them?
Oh, now we got it. Now we got to do hands after this or something. I don't know. Now we probably do got to fight.
See?
If you out here,
See? 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 Yeah. It was a man smelling your boxers, so you didn't even know it. And
well, let's see.
he loved getting a work order from you.
Can you stop? What is wrong with you? Really, what is wrong with you? Um, I. So I mean, I
And he
respect
had
that.
his
Like you said,
big
if
burly hands right on your butt part. Just
stop it, stop it, stop it. Yeah, I mean, I have no idea if I would have had a camera set up if I would have saw some crazy stuff because I could see I could see men really being creepy in some woman's apartment. I can I can imagine that. I can see them going through your cabinets, seeing what you got in your cabinets. I can see them looking through your drawers and all that type of stuff. So for a woman, I can definitely see being like, no, you can't come in here unless somebody's home. Um, And but then even on top of that, now you're looking at somebody being home and it's just you there with them. It's almost like you got to leave the door open when they come. You know, if you in an apartment, it's just the levels of extra layers of security that women have to go through
Of the
sometimes is
what
crazy.
ifs.
Yeah,
All the what ifs.
yeah, yeah. But if I had a camera and somebody was smashing in my place, he no longer can work here. Like I can't even see him on the grounds anymore because if I can press charges, I probably will. But because like I said, I got to buy a new couch because I don't. You ain't about to be skeeting on my couch, and
I
I'm
mean,
sitting
we
here.
let go like
That's what I'm saying. You ain't about to be doing that on my couch because then it's nah.
and then on top of that, what if he paid for it? You know, when you pay for it, the cleanliness of that lady is not really up to par. So now you got her, outside cocktail all over your couch too. So yeah, it's just all
What
bad
if
all the way around.
they just had took a paper towel and tried to just wipe it up real quick, but all they basically wound up doing was rubbing it into your. That's where I laid my head at for a nap. That's
Let me tell you
disgusting.
this. I just thought about this. I just thought about it and it pissed me off all over again. So I'm dating this guy. First time I ever was like with a guy and was like staying over his place. Like we wasn't moved in together, but I pretty much was like staying there, right? So I take it upon myself to buy like bedding because I'm a female. Like, dude, I'm not about to sleep with this blanket and like just no. We're gonna have an actual bed set. So I
Okay.
buy the bed set. He tells me, which I still to this day don't even know if it was his cousin or him. I go to the bedroom. I laid off of work. I mean, it's late. I'm off of work or whatever. I'm tired. We've been out all night. And I turn on the light and I look at my bedding and it's feces all over the comforter. I said, what is this?
That's disgusting.
And I'm like, I'm so mad. I'm so mad 'cause it's like I said, it's late. I gotta work the next day. I had to take off all of that bedding and basically wash it. And I still didn't feel comfortable under it.
No,
And so
because
we end up staying at my house. I never slept in that bed after that. We end up staying at my house or whatever. But I was so mad because it's like if you smash on somebody else's bed and you do that sexual activity and get on the freaking bedding, I would have been pissed if I just like fell back into my bed on top of that shit.
no, he trying to say that's his cousin's. I
Because his
don't really need
cousin
all
was
that.
knocked out on the couch in the front room. So his cousin was there. But my thing is, reason why we broke up is because he was cheating. So again, it could have been his cousin, could have been him. Either way it go, I almost laid back in feces. So yeah, yeah. Like I said, I gotta fight. I gotta fight.
Okay, so were you there the night before and it wasn't there? Then you came back the next night
Yeah,
and it
yeah,
was
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
I will leave all them niggas to their shitting activities.
So that just made me mad all over again.
I mean, I guess in that situation, you would think that he wouldn't be like, you know what, we just gonna sleep up under this thing. But yeah, I'm never sleeping there again. I'm not sleeping under your shit covers. Never again. Never again. Nah.
Nah, that's why I'm
Plus
cool.
we got plus we just need a new one at that point. I don't even think we can wash it at that point. We just need a new one. There's no way in hell
I was so
I'm get
sick.
back under this.
I was so sick trying to wash that because I sprayed it with like
Obviously somebody else was too.
yeah. I sprayed it with shout and everything or whatever. Obviously, I treated the spot and everything like that. And I'm like, I'm doing all of
Nah,
this. Why?
nah,
When I didn't
nah.
even make the
Nah.
mistake of putting it on the daggone cover. I was so mad. Oh, I was so mad. Still mad at myself to this day. I'm
Nah.
like, I could be honest and say like I've endured a lot of fuck shit. So when y'all see me happy with my with my husband, just know I done went through a lot of shit to get here.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been enough shout in the world for me. Shout can't yell loud enough for me. We got to get a whole new one,
Yeah.
and that's it. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this one up. Ugh. on the
I know, right? On a
on
shitty note.
yeah, we'll wrap it up on a shitty note. Give let the people know where they can find you and what you got coming up,
Man,
if
Eulise
anything.
Dickerson on all social media platforms. My Facebook is private, but my Instagram is public, and I'm on TikTok. Eulise Too Funny on TikTok. And on Threads, Eulise Dickerson. Um, I'll be at Grog Shop tomorrow, Monday, June 1st. Then I'll be at Brothers Tuesday, June 2nd, and then hopefully I'll be in Columbus Juneteenth weekend. We'll talk to y'all more about that later.
Yeah, very, very soon. All right. And then for me, I'm um DJ Tuesday, R&B nights. I'll be there this Tuesday. I won't be there next Tuesday because won't be here. And then Friday still at Johnny Malloy's. That's the hip hop night up at Johnny Malloy's. Um, that's pretty much it for me. So all of my stuff online, IG, Twitter, YouTube. It's DJ Brainstorm for you. That is DJ Brainstorm, the number for the letter. I did that wrong.
You.
And I forgot to say that it may be cloudy today, but the sun will come out tomorrow. So just keep that in mind. It's been sunny all day lately, all day every day lately. So that's a good thing. It's keeping everybody's spirits up. But either way, we will catch y'all on the next one. Are we shooting for next Sunday, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, we shoot for next Sunday because the next Sunday, the
you out
Sunday
of
after
town,
that one
right?
might be it. No, we'll be back, but it might just be I might just be worn out, to be honest. So we'll play that one by ear. So that's definitely shoot for this Sunday coming up.
Okay. Bet.
All right. All right, y'all. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
Whew. Man.